Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Today we're going to be talking about a big problem that is weighing over us and the Apex community. It's arenas. Arenas has a lot of problems, but there's one problem that worries me. The fact that Respawn are putting a lot of attention on arenas, and that means there's less attention on Battle Royale. So today we're going to jump in and just share my thoughts, have a bit of a rant. I'd love to hear your opinions too. But first, I do have a sponsor for today's video, so big thanks to them. This video is sponsored by Ace Defender. Ace Defender is a free RPG with turn-based RPG battles and tower defense modes. Tower defense mode is kind of like Plants vs Zombies. Each character has a different ability and their own backstory. You then have a more traditional turn-based RPG mode as well. You probably want to start by jumping into the massive single-player story mode, but then you can find more content through PvE dungeons and PvP arenas, and then you can visit Sky City to join a guild, recruit new heroes, and craft better weapons and armor. There's a very in-depth story that spans across 5 different factions, and there are 48 different heroes with their own unique skills. If you download through my link and get to level 10, you'll get 150k gold, 700 diamonds, 7 royal recruit tickets, 50 blue plus hero fragments, 50 rare purple random equipped fragments, and the sealed Bulwark Lipe's legendary hero. So today I want to talk about arenas. I haven't really touched the arenas takeover event because arenas doesn't really interest me anymore. When arenas first launched, I thought that it could be a really fun competitive game mode that has an evolving meta as players get better and learn different tactics. And I was really hyped to play arenas ranked. But there have been so many issues with arenas, and a big issue with arena as a whole that really has a big impact on the game that I think needs to be talked about. So today we're going to be talking about that. So I got a few things that I want to talk about. First things first, the matchmaking in arenas is quite bad, and I don't quite understand why. Arenas is a 3 versus 3 game mode, so it should mean that even if you're on a relatively low population server, the game should be able to find similarly skilled opponents and teammates for you. But the majority of the time, this doesn't happen. For a lot of cases, I'm either getting no teammates whatsoever, or players with very low kills versus players with very, very high kills. It happens a lot. I don't really understand why. I think that that's something that could be improved quite quickly. So, you know, at least that can be improved. But the current experience for arenas is massively kind of affected by that because of the matchmaking, right? The matchmaking also, you know, the matchmaking problems also extend into the ranked version of arenas. So, in a ranked game mode, I would expect to play with and against similarly skilled opponents that reflect their rank and my rank. You know, when you get to Diamond in Battle Royale, you really feel it. Everyone starts playing it very seriously. Players play it very carefully, right? Battle Royale, one game, you have a Pred player on the enemy team. The next game, you have level 10s. There's no real difference at all, you know? Alright, that was weird. You know, so that's one major issue. And another problem is the AP system. And I'll talk about after the rounds up. Because, you know, we got a lot of... Oh, there we go. Nice one. The AP system is seriously flawed. Let's first talk about the grind from gold, or whatever rank you start at, to masters, right? What problems are you going to come across? Firstly, because the matchmaking is so poor, sometimes you're going to get level 10 teammates and the enemies are going to be masters and preds. And when I say level 10 teammates, I literally mean, at times, very low levels. Level 10s, level 20s, level 30s that don't really know how to play the game because they're new. And they don't deserve to go against masters, and you don't deserve to have them on your team when you're trying to play a ranked game mode, right? That's a big problem. Another issue is the fact that if you do get this kind of matchmaking and you lose, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth because you get massive AP loss, right? Early on it's pretty decent. You get low AP losses and high AP gains, but as soon as you get into the higher tiers of Diamond, you're going to get like around 12 to 18 AP for every win. and lose between 12 and 80, not 18, 80 AP for every loss. And the reasons for it aren't so clear. One game, you could have a very, very good game, but you just slightly lose, you know, for whatever reason, and you lose 80 AP. I've had that happen. So that really sucks when you've just gone a 6-win streak to try and make your way out of Diamond to get to Master. You get 6 wins in a row. You get plus 12, plus 13, plus 14, plus 15, plus 16, plus 18, right? And then you get a minus 80. And then the next game you get a minus 20. Suddenly, all of that effort that you've put in goes to waste. You know, I understand that there could be some balancing there, right? They could fix that. That's great. And I really hope they do fix that soon. Another issue is the fact that when you get to Master, and this just proves how broken the AP system is in this game, as soon as you get to Master, it's more beneficial for you to lose a game so that your current elo drops, so that the next game you play, you get more AP. If you just keep winning, you're just going to get a very low AP gain. But if you lose, so your elo drops, you can go from having, like, you know, plus 12 to suddenly plus 100. And if you want to get the pred rewards, you have to abuse this system, because if you don't, there's no way you're getting pred. There's no way. That's a fundamentally flawed rank system, and I'm really surprised they haven't done anything or even talked about it yet. I'm really quite disappointed that they haven't even mentioned this being a problem, or said that they're going to work on a fix. You know? For someone that's played a lot of Arenas ranked, I'm very, very surprised. So that's one major issue, right? We've talked about AP. We've talked about matchmaking. Okay? Another problem is exactly what we're seeing in Season 9 and 10. We didn't get an LTM in Season 9, right? The collection event... Did we... Okay, we got the OG maps. That was quite nice. We got the OG maps. The second event was just a new Arenas map, which was pretty fun, but the core gameplay of Arenas is kind of messed up anyway. You know, I appreciate new maps. That's fun. That's great. Fair enough. But then comes Season 10, the first collection event, we get another Arena LTM. We don't even get a Battle Royale LTM. On top of that, you know, if we go all the way back to Season 8, we haven't really had like a proper LTM for a long time. The Season 8 LTM was so bugged that they had to just replay some of the modes. And instead, it seems like, I really hope this isn't the case, they're putting a lot of effort into Arenas to try and keep it afloat, because they've spent so much time developing this mode. They're not seeing enough people playing it, so they're pushing out flash events, they're pushing out arena game modes, they're pushing out LTMs, new maps, and, you know, it's really currently a little worrying. I'm worried that all that attention going towards Arenas could have gone towards other things. Now, there is a silver lining here. We don't really know exactly when they develop these maps, or when they develop the LTMs for Arenas. They may have already created the new maps and the LTM before they even released Arenas. And they may have predicted that people are going to absolutely fall in love with Arenas. Now that Arenas is out, and you know, it's getting a fair amount of play, it could be that they've realized, okay, look, Arenas isn't working. Let's go back to just focusing on Battle Royale. Let's try and rework Arenas and make it more enjoyable as a core gameplay experience before we waste time making LTMs. We don't really know what their current development process is. I'm really hoping that's the case. And we also have to think that, you know, this is just the beginning. There is still hope that Arenas could become better over time. We also know that they could potentially release other game modes as well. We don't know. And of course, Respawn is always hiring. So, right now, it feels like a mess. It really does. I'm disappointed with the current state of Arenas. I'm disappointed with the fact that we haven't really had Battle Royale content for a while. We got a new town takeover, so I'm not too disappointed. It's not like they've completely abandoned Battle Royale. But the fact that we keep having flash events for arenas and LTMs, it just... I do wonder. You know, I do think that with some work, with a bit of a change of the core gameplay of arenas, if they change the objective of arenas somewhat, it could become decent enough. I just hope that they don't spend too much time on it. Where are they exactly? Alright. Where did they go? Oh, it's low. You got it, you got it. 51 on this octane, nice. One left. But you know, that's my rant for arenas out the way. Let's focus on the game here. Let's try this LTM, because I haven't really paid too much attention to it, to be honest. So in this game mode, we get reduced prices for weapons. I haven't really got to round 4 yet, so I have no idea how crazy it gets. Okay. The other player is AFK, I guess. Interesting. That's also another thing, is that because Preds literally have to throw matches to get AP, if you get a Pred on your team, you could potentially just have that game thrown out the window. Which is a little silly. Kind of sucks. Alright, so we got the Hemlock Burst here. That's pretty good, actually. I like... Okay, one thing that I do like about this game mode specifically is that at least it kind of encourages you to try different weapons, right? They've increased the L-Star price. They've made the Rampage kind of like not a very attractive choice because we have the Hemlock right now, a fully upgraded Hemlock for a very cheap price. It's pretty fun. I just honestly wish they'd just release a very simple, bare-bones deathmatch. I think that would be fine, you know? I'm not used to using this weapon, I'll be honest. Looks like our boy's gonna need some help. Yeah, on my way. Let's try the burst mode here. Okay. Here. About to jump over the wall. One behind. I got ya. Good. It's so hard to shoot people when they're strafing and you're behind them. Does anyone else have that issue? Like, when someone's strafing side to side, but their back is turned, I can never hit them. It's really weird. I guess because I try and predict their strafes, but their strafes are kind of reversed. We might not be able to get to round 2. What else do we have? We have a Mastiff. I mean, buy both. Why not? Why not? I like this paint effect. On a positive note, Rampart buff's been a lot of fun. The funny thing is they haven't buffed the damage of the turret, but it's just the fact that you're so much more mobile now. That it's kind of ridiculous. I don't think the DPS is necessarily that high, but the fact that you have 173 bullets is kind of crazy, let's be honest. We got like one more round to win here. Wouldn't mind losing this round just to see like the next weapons. I'm gonna run at them, you know. I'm not gonna throw it, but if I somehow die. Okay, we somehow died, but I think my team's got it, to be fair. Alright, we won. I had to go FK, but they managed to pull it out. So, yeah, that's my personal opinion of arenas and my worries for Apex going into the future. You never know what they could be working on behind the scenes. They may already be aware of. Of course they're aware of it. They know. I just hope they don't try too desperately to try and save arenas. If it's not working, you know, start from scratch a little bit. Try and adjust the game mode if they can. That would be fun. The core gameplay loop could be changed a bit. So it's a little bit more enjoyable. Maybe that will encourage more players. But yeah, thanks for watching. And you can check the sponsor down below as well. Thanks to them. All right, everyone. See you in the comments. Cheerio.